Dreamscape presents the No-Nonsense Meditation Book, A Scientist's Guide to the Power of Meditation by Stephen Laureys, narrated by Stephen Bowlby and the author. Foreword narrated by Pete Cross.
Foreword. Our mind can be both our best friend and worst enemy. There are times when the outside world feels like it's in a state of turmoil because you are in a state of turmoil inside. Rehashing the past, anticipating possible troubles, and failing to manage our deeply ingrained thought patterns can be so difficult that it destroys our enthusiasm for life. In order to heal inner suffering, training your mind to meditate can be invaluable. Stephen Laureys' book offers plenty of inspiration with both its clear presentation and its rigorous scientific explanations. It encourages us all not to underestimate the potential for our brain to transform, to fully realize this potential and thus become better human beings, for our own benefit and for the greater good of those around us. As the story of how he overcame the challenges that life threw at him unfolds, Stephen allows us to discover not only the meditation techniques that have helped him in his own personal journey, but also the scientific investigations he undertook as he met with experienced meditators. It was a great joy to become Stephen's friend and collaborate with him on cutting-edge scientific studies that looked at the interface between meditation and the workings of the mind. My own contribution was only a humble one, but I was fascinated by the new experimental techniques that allowed him to measure levels of contentment and presence, of consciousness, not only in the injured brain, which is what Stephen specializes in, but also in states of wakefulness and states induced by the person who meditates, ranging from opaque sleepiness to extreme lucidity. In his book, Stephen often refers to my modest participation in his experiments, but it is important to know that the encouraging findings of his research do not relate to individuals who possess extraordinary capacities, but to skills that each of us can learn over time. Other studies, particularly those led by the neuroscientists Richard Davidson and Antoine Lutz, focusing both on Tibetan monks and men and women from diverse social backgrounds, have found that all those who have followed the same meditative practices over a period of years show similar changes in the working and structure of their brains. Therefore, it is practice, and not the individual subject, that determines the scope of the experiment's results.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?